I worked at a middle school last year. Another administrator, he's 43 years old, and he was a huge hip-hop fan. And he came to work one day and he said, Devine, tears in his eyes. He said, I'm in trouble. I said, yo, if I'm qualified to help, bro, I got you. What's wrong? This is my boss, essentially. So I said, what's wrong? What can I help you out with? He said, man, you got daughters, right? I said, yeah. And he said, you make hip-hop music, right? And I said, yeah. He said, man, my 9-year-old done fell in love with some rainbow-haired rapper. She came home screaming Treyway the other day. She wears red all the time. I said, wait, whoa. What is this rapper's name? And of course, he said it was Tekashi 6ix9ine. Who is one of the biggest trolls in the history of the internet, and we're not even going to get into his legal issues, right? We'll save that. Yeah, we'll save that. So anyway, we're in the middle of this discussion. I was about to give him some advice, and all of a sudden, 26 graders ran up on us having this huge debate about who the best rapper in the game was. And y'all, I'm 38 years old. They were saying names I ain't never even heard of. They said Lil Pump. I said, Lil who? Then they said NBA Youngboy. I said, the only NBA I know is National Basketball Association. So then all of a sudden, listen up, because this is important. All of a sudden, they ran up on us and they said, yo, Mr. Devine, Mr. Such and Such, who do you think the best rapper in the game is right now? Or at least tell us who you listening to. And this administrator gave me this weird, kind of eerie smile, which I should have known then something was up. And he looked at me and he said, all right, y'all come here. Y'all want to know who I was listening to this morning? I was banging that new Tekashi 6ix9ine. I wanted to blast him so, like, bro, you was just crying. Now you, oh. But they were giving him daps, hugs. You my favorite administrator. That's why I rock with you. This one little boy gave him his fruit snacks. I'm like, dang. So now the pressure is on me. Not only because he said an artist that they like and that is very popular, but because I am the resident hip-hop artist in the school. All the kids know it. There's a banner hanging in their neighborhood with my face on it. So now the pressure's on me, right? So they look at me and they say, Mr. Devine, who is you listening to on your way to work today? And y'all know me, I got to keep it real. So I pulled out my phone. I looked at the thing that was on my Apple Music, last thing I listened to. And I looked in their eyes and I said, y'all want to know what I was listening to today? He nice with it too. I was banging that new Lecrae. Man, do you know 19 of them 20 kids was like, who? And one kid was like, wait a minute, I know you ain't talking about that little Christian rapper my mama be trying to make me listen to. Man, we don't want to hear that. They were pretty upset. They had never heard of Lecrae, and the few that had, they don't like him. So all of a sudden, they all storm off. Mr. Devine, man, he always trying to be positive with that little hat on. He get on my nerves. But then 2 of the kids doubled back like this. Of course, they had to make sure their friends wasn't watching. Hey, Mr. Devine, how you spell his name? One of them added it in their SoundCloud, one added it in their, I think, Spotify. Now, one of those kids, obviously I can't say his name, but I know personally. He was in my son's A Single Mother's Mentoring Program, okay? His dad got shot and killed when he was 2. His mom's on drugs, lives with his bedridden grandmother, has 4 younger brothers that he's responsible for every single day. That's the reason he can't try out for the basketball team. Oh, and the other reason is he's in 6th grade, but he reads on the 2nd grade level. He's attempted suicide twice, been suspended 8 times. His life is full of trauma. And one of the number one ways that he escapes that trauma daily is his earbuds. Music. But unfortunately, a lot of the music that he listens to perpetuates the trauma that he experiences every day. Every other song, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, promoting drug use, violence. If anything, it jacks him up and makes him more angry. I mean, what if one day he's coming home from school and he's upset? These teachers don't understand me. I'm tired of this. First person say something to me and my brothers at the park today, I'm popping off. I don't care no more. I miss my dad. My mama's not here. What am I even alive for? He's literally in a space where he wants to hurt somebody else or himself. And in the middle of that rage, Blessings by Lecrae and Ty Dolla $ign comes on shuffle in his Spotify. And my blessing. He starts vibing. Oh man, this is all right. Who is this? Oh man, that's what Mr. Devine was talking about. Lecrae was going through it too. And he's instantly calming down a little bit. He starts reflecting on his life. He was on level 10, now he's down to about a 2 or 3, and he starts thinking, man, if something happens to me and I get in trouble, who's gonna take care of my little brothers? I know my mama's gonna kick this habit. I want her to be proud of me, and I want to make something of myself when she does come home. And I'm blessed, and I'm tripping. And he calms down, he picks up his brothers, he goes to the park, he goes home, fixes dinner, they go to bed, he wakes up, and he lives to fight another day. Now, if we rewind back to the cafeteria, Mr. Devine didn't get too many daps and hugs, did he? I didn't get any of the 6th graders yelling I was their favorite administrator, did I? And I definitely didn't get no fruit snacks. I'm still upset about that. But because I was brave enough to stand on what I believed in and my truth, I might have played a part in impacting or even saving somebody else's life. And one thing you deal with on a daily basis is that a lot of times, the right decision won't be the popular decision. But are you brave enough to make it anyway? Okay?